You want to just test that quick?
What's up, baby? All right.
This is a little shaky.
What?
Yeah, if it comes down a little bit.
Oh, no.
Just a heads up. You might need to get kind of close to it.
Do I?
You want to test it real quick?
Testing.
All right, Reverend Lewis, let's do this.
You want me to talk? Are you good? Boy, that's funny. Where you at? Down there? You ready? I just want to welcome everybody. My name is Greg Lewis. I'm the founder and president of Pastors United. I'm the executive director of Souls to the Poles and also assistant pastor at St. Gabriel's Church of God in Christ. Across the country, brothers and sisters are fighting back, resisting the attack on our postal service.
That's right, yeah.
These services are being attacked, and it could mean that there will be no opportunity for change in our country.
Yeah.
Our president has publicly admitted that he wants to destroy the Postal Service. So he can have an advantage in the upcoming election. How can we just stand around and let that happen?
We're not going to.
Letting politicians place selfish motives above the needs of the people.
That's right.
And I'm hearing all that talk about a rigged election. The only election I saw rigged was the one in 2016. Our postal system is too important. Important in rural communities. Important in underserved communities. It's important to receive mail, medications, paychecks, Social Security, checks in the mail. Important, especially to underserved communities. For the elderly, veterans, and rural Americans, the mail is a lifeline. The changes already in place have caused slowdowns. These changes are endangering some of the most vulnerable citizens in our country. The Postmaster General has said he'll wait to make more changes. The damage is already done. Is he going to put back the sorting equipment? Is he going to put back the mailboxes? Is he going to trying to stop the transporting of mail? The damage is already done. Late payments, delays, and life-saving medications are already occurring. We must fight back. And we certainly must protect our right to vote. If we don't do something right now, it's over. This is critical. If we don't stop them from destroying our postal service, it's over. We don't know what that pandemic is going to bring in November. We may not even be able to come outside. We have to get as many people to vote by mail as we possibly can. We can't have folks standing in line getting sick. That pandemic is real. I almost died because I acquired COVID-19. And I cried like a baby when I saw people standing in line waiting to vote because it's their right to vote. And people should not be denying folks their right to vote. And I hope everybody gets as emotional as I am about this. Because it's going to have to be all hands on deck. Everybody has to stand up together. We can no longer be divided. We can no longer talk about somebody else doing the work. We have to pull up our sleeves and do the work ourselves. We have to demand that people hear us. And we demand that they keep their hands off the U.S. Postal Service. We need online registration, same-day registration, free postage on vote-by-mail envelopes. We need access to safe, clean locations, expanding early voting. We need all this to make this happen this time. It ought to be easier for us to vote. Ought to be able to go to McDonald's and order a Big Mac and give me a ballot. I want to vote right now. Somebody come and pick up the ballot at McDonald's. That's how easy it ought to be. Instead, we have to fight for the right that is ours. I heard in other countries, if you're a citizen, you're already registered. In this country, they make it hard to register. But should that keep us from doing what we need to do to get people registered, to get them photo IDs, to get people to the polls? Should that stop us? No. Nothing's going to stop us from voting. Nothing's going to stop our voices from crying out. Nothing is going to stop us. And especially shutting down our U.S. Postal Service. It's the lifeline of the community, of the people of America, because we have to mail in these ballots if we want to make sure we get a chance to vote. Now, we must keep the pressure on.
That's right.
We must hold our elected officials accountable.
That's right.
We must have a fair and free election. We have to do this together, everybody.
Yes.
Absentee or in person, I have the right to vote. Absentee or in person, I have the right to vote. 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 You have to excuse me. I'm a little bit angry when people stand in the way of the people's rights. Well, next, our speaker is Mark Ferrari, the U.S. Postal Service worker. Let's give him a hand.
Thank you, Reverend. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. A little over 30 years ago, I began my postal career in this very building. Worked nights, weekends, holidays. Processing mail is a 24/7 operation for postal workers. Right now, there are postal workers in this building processing your mail. For generations, people have appreciated their postal service, and in a recent Pew Research poll from March of this year, the public overwhelmingly supports the Postal Service and postal workers with a 91% favorability rating. 91%. Postal workers have also been successfully handling vote by mail for generations. It is tried, tested, safe, and secure, and is becoming more popular with voters nowadays. During the current pandemic, voting by mail is also a very appealing option for voters. And the Postal Service has the capability to handle it. Postal workers are extremely dedicated to our mission of connecting and serving individuals and businesses alike. Postal employees work very hard to make sure people get their packages, birthday and holiday cards, yes, people still mail those, retirement checks, medicine, and mail ballots. When I first started at the Postal Service over 30 years ago, it was immediately made known to me and other junior employees by the more senior employees, you get the mail out no matter what. That's right. Our commitment to the American public is also exemplified by the dedication of postal workers during the recent dangerous pandemic, where we have had many postal workers become ill and unfortunately many lose their lives, all in the pursuit of doing their jobs as postal workers. It's very unfortunate that our Postmaster General has shown that he does not believe in this same commitment. Without any consultation or input from postal workers, postal customers, or the mailing community, he launched a series of actions that are harming service. Remember, the word service is in the title of the organization he was chosen to lead. We would hope he knows this, but it appears he does not. The actions of the Postmaster General have included a reduction in hours at retail units, delaying mail, slowing down service, and reducing work hours of a workforce that is already understaffed. Not surprisingly, the results have been a complete disaster and have undermined public confidence and trust. Recently, thanks to massive public resistance to these changes from people like you, the Postmaster General was compelled to announce the temporary halting of some of these policies until after the November election. Don't be fooled. While this is a step in the right direction, it's not even close to being sufficient, people. Not even close. The need for quality mail services does not end in November. All regressive policies should be reversed and permanently eliminated now. We need a postal service that is allowed to serve our customers with the high levels of service they have enjoyed for generations. Whether it's our seniors, our businesses, our veterans, our voters, rural, urban, everyone deserves a high level of service that is free from cutbacks and limitations. Let us stand united in keeping the word service in our postal service. Thank you.